Guys, welcome to our channel and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I want to talk about Heartland and the future of the show after Ty's death in season 14. Now, I know season 14 was a while ago, but I know that there is a lot of people that are still very upset that Graham Wardle left the show and that Ty is no longer a part of Heartland. And in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about that specifically, about Ty's role in Heartland as we move forward and look towards season 16 and even as we go beyond that with the future of Heartland. But before I go any further in the video, I need to remind you guys to please leave a like on the video if you enjoy and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already for daily Heartland videos and season 16 updates. I've said it before, but I'll say it again. Leaving a like on a YouTube video is the best way to let me know that you guys enjoy when I post these kinds of videos. So if you want to see more videos like this in the future, just make sure to leave a like on the video because that is the best way to let me know that you guys enjoy these types of videos. But now, let's talk about Amy and Ty and the future of Heartland. So, if you guys are longtime viewers of my channel, you guys know that when all the rumors and speculation started happening, back when we were waiting for season 14, you know, when all the rumors started happening and speculation and articles were coming out that Ty was gonna die and Graham was leaving the show and stuff like that, I, of course, made videos on that topic because it was a very talked about topic in the Heartland community, and I was very aware of that, and I quickly realized that man, a lot of people care about Ty and Amy's story. I mean, I already knew that they were the main characters of Heartland, but when all these rumors and speculations and articles and stuff started coming up, I was like, oh man, people are actually upset. So I, of course, made videos talking about Graham leaving the show and Ty's death, and I tried my best to explain in those videos how even when a character dies in a show, the show can still continue. The show can still move forward and move on, especially with a show like Heartland, because Heartland is trying their best to be as realistic as possible. And guys, guess what? Even though we don't like it, even though we hate when it happens, even though we're sad when it happens, even though we're heartbroken when it happens, people die in real life. And sometimes that is a husband, a wife, a child. People die, okay? It doesn't matter how old they are. People are going to die. And with Heartland and Ty's death in season 14, I know it caught a lot of people off guard because, you know, he was so young and stuff like that, but I was like, it happens, guys. Let's just, you know, enjoy Heartland for the show that it is. But I wasn't quite prepared for the impact it would have on the show, if I'm honest with you guys. I mean, yes, I knew Amy and Ty were important to the show. I'm not stupid, okay? I know that, and I could tell that by the social media posts and everything, but I wasn't as prepared for the amount of people that said they were going to stop watching and haven't watched since Ty died. I really didn't think that you know, people would actually stop watching the show if Ty died. I'm going to be very honest with you guys. And so now that we're moving into season 16, it's obviously been a couple of seasons since Graham left the show and Ty died, and in the show's timeline, I believe it's been like 2.5 years since Ty died in season 14, episode 1, and, you know, season 15 of Heartland was great. I loved it. I thought it was amazing. I enjoyed every single episode. Amber Marshall, as always, nailed her performance as Amy. Of course, we got to see more of Lyndy in season 15, which I absolutely loved. And, of course, we got to see more of Lou and Peter, Michelle Morgan. I mean, yes, please. And also, there's just a lot of other stuff happening in season 15 that I won't talk about in case you guys haven't seen season 15 yet. But if you haven't seen season 15 yet, I definitely recommend watching season 15, even though Ty is not in season 15. And that brings me to my next point in the video. So now that Heartland season 16 is all but confirmed. Let's be honest, there's going to be a Heartland season 16. CBC would be really stupid if they canceled the show now. And also, we have a filming schedule, a Heartland season 16 appearing on a rumored production list from CBC, and there's going to be a Heartland season 16, okay? So now I think one of the things that we need to talk about is what's next for Amy. And one of the easiest storylines for the writers to use in season 16 is the idea of Amy finding a new love interest. It is the idea of Amy being ready to date again. How is Lyndy going to react? How is Lou going to react to her sister dating again? How is Tim going to feel? How's Jack going to feel? All of that can be answered in season 16 if the writers choose to do so. But what am I talking about in this video? I'm talking about the fact that even if that is the case, even if the Heartland writers want Amy to find a new love interest in the future of Heartland, where does that leave Ty? Well, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Ty is always going to be a part of Heartland. Ty's never just going to be forgotten, okay? Because when someone dies in real life, and they're part of the family, you don't forget them. You don't, pretend they don't exist or they never existed and just move on with your life and be with someone else and live happily ever after. I mean, yeah, you might move on and find someone else to spend your life with, but you never forget that person. And, especially with Amy raising Lyndy, Ty's always going to be Lyndy's father, even if there is a new father figure introduced sometime in Lyndy's life in the future of Heartland. The fact still remains that Ty is going to be Lyndy's father. It's who he is. So Lyndy, as she's growing up, is going to want to know about her father and is going to want to hear stories about her father. And obviously, Amy and Jack and Lou and Lisa and Katie and all the other Heartland characters are obviously going to tell Lyndy stories about her father. They're not going to not tell her because he died, or they're not going to hide what he did from her, because why would they? So that's the thing, is that even though Ty, as a character, is no longer a part of the Heartland story in the present timeline, he always is going to be a part of Heartland in the way that he was Amy's husband, he is Lyndy's father, and Lyndy's going to want to grow up and talk about her father, learn about her father. So in that way, even if Amy does move on with whoever she moves on with, even if she does move on, get remarried, maybe even have another kid, who knows? Who knows what the future holds for Heartland? But the fact remains, Ty is always going to be a part of Heartland because he was a part of the Heartland past. He is, I'm saying this one more time, he was Amy's husband, he is Lyndy's father, and that's not replaceable. So even though Ty is dead, and, now we're seeing Amy move on and come to terms with that and, find happiness again, maybe in a new love interest, they're not going to replace Ty because he's not replaceable. When someone dies, you just don't replace them. You don't pretend like they don't exist or never existed, and especially with, Amy raising Lyndy, I think that's a very important point as well, is that you can't just act like Lyndy's father never existed. Lyndy's going to ask questions and want to hear stories, and so it's very possible that we might see more flashbacks of Ty as Lyndy grows up and Amy is telling her daughter stories about how fantastic and wonderful her father was. So that is all I have for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.